Hi guys, it's me, Skeptical Nessie, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I actually designed a thing in creative that we were going to build right here. It was going to connect to this. It was going to be a bridge connecting this to that. Terraformed this whole area, and then as soon as I logged into this world, I just lost all the motivation to actually build that thing. It just, zoop, all motivation instantly gone upon actually logging into the world. And instead, I think what we're going to do is this idea that has been rocking around in my brain for a while. As you know, we lost the texture pack that allowed us to have flowers for armor, and now we have regular looking armor. Hello, sir. You interrupted my monologue there. We have regular looking armor now, but the benefit of that is actually that we can actually put armor on armor stands and create little people. So we can fill our whole world with little people doing daily tasks, which I've been wanting to do for a while. And now that we can, that's what we're going to do today. I think I'm going to do a quick time lapse of me putting the people up, and then we're just going to have a meander through the world, and I'm going to talk through the lore of all of the individual people, and that will be today's episode. We are also going to be fighting one of the dragons because I have to fight 19 more dragons to open all 20 of the end gateways. But I think one episode killing 20 dragons would be, one, really boring for you guys, but also really stressful for me because I'm not good at killing the dragons. So at the end of this episode and the next 19 episodes, I'm going to be putting me fighting one of the dragons as a quick just recap so you can see how poorly that went for me. But I'm not going to just make an episode where we sit and kill 19 dragons because I just don't have the mental fortitude for that. So the first thing we need to do in order to get our armor stands going is we're going to need a bunch of dyes so we can dye the leather and give everybody individual clothes. So let's just run around the world and collect some flowers really quick. Okay, we have all of the dyes that we should need for this project. So the next thing that we need to do is load up some shulker boxes with some leather armor. These are all empty. Oh, that's not empty. Let's empty that. And then we will fill up those 3 with armor, and hopefully that'll be enough to get us started. Okay, now that we've emptied that shulker box, let's grab the armor from down below. Okay, we've picked up all of the leather armor that we have, except hats. We're not going to do hats because we're going to do something else for their heads. But we do need to unenchant all of this because when you have it enchanted, it has that funky purple glow to it, and I don't want that. So we're going to need to take these upstairs and unenchant them. And after we do that, we're going to use leather from our trading farm to make the rest of the armor that we need. For the heads of our little villagers that we're going to be creating, we're going to be using jack-o'-lanterns. So we're going to need a lot of pumpkins over here, huh? We have everything we need now to build our little friends. I'm sure we have to run to the barn multiple times for bits and bobs to enhance them. But for now, we have plenty of stuff to get started. I'm going to do these as a little time lapse, and then we'll walk through the world and I'll talk through the lore of all of the individual armor stands that got built. I don't think I'm going to put any in the village just because I don't want to deal with the villagers coming up and annoying me. So I think we will start at the bakery. Let's take a quick tour of all of the armor stands and discuss them really quick. I think we will start here at the riverboat. So we've got this guy here. He's fishing for his dinner. I gave them all names, but you'll see as we walk through that pumpkin people are not very creative because some of the names repeat. Up here in the pub, we've got a whole lot of people drinking water and having a good time. Our bartender here contemplating his life. In our firework factory, we've got Star here working on the next fireworks that are going to be available. And got a whole lot of people in the marketplace. This guy here is trying to buy a flower pot for his flower from this stall here. We've got Willow buying some amethyst, one of my favorite blocks in the whole game. You would never know it by the world I built though, because I haven't used it. We've got Vine here trying to figure out what kind of honey they want. We've got a little smithy here working on a sword. And we've got someone here buying some bread. And you'll see in a couple places where I only used one armor stand instead of using two. Like, I could have used two here and made the coin not float. But I am trying to not use too many armor stands and lag out my world. So that's why, like, in a few places I did this. So most of these armor stands are actually only one armor stand. And while I know I can make them look a lot cooler if I use multiple armor stands, I am balancing the appearance with trying not to lag out the world. Over here in the park, we have a couple of people enjoying the weather. We've got someone who's making a wish in the fountain. We've got someone who's admiring this flower and taking notes. This is kind of a representation of me in this world because I'm always the one sitting in a corner staring at a bug normally because entomology rather than flowers. But I thought this worked as a good nod to myself. We've got Loam here bringing some hay to the donkeys. This is the armor stand that actually has the most armor stands in it because this bucket of hay is actually 2 armor stands. And then, of course, the farmer is also an armor stand, but I thought that was too cute, so I went with it. And our last armor stand is Creek over here enjoying a mug of hot cocoa or cider on the park bench. I really thought that this was a lot of fun, and I loved the way that it turned out and how they add just a tiny bit of life into the world. I'll probably continue to add armor stands, and in fact, I want to add more people to the park, but we're going to call that it for today's episode. Alright, so now that we've finished building all of these cute armor stands everywhere, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We've actually been given kind of a Minecraft miracle almost, in that I don't actually have to work today. It snowed like 5 inches overnight and the roads are really bad, so I don't actually have to go into work today. And I think I'm going to use that time to grind out as many of these dragons as possible. I don't know how good of content this is actually going to end up making, but I think it'd be funny just to try and hammer out as many as possible. I think I'm going to do it with no armor and just a bunch of bows and arrows. I think that's going to be it. Bows, arrows, food, and armor. Or no armor, I mean. So, let's put this in here. I do not know how many dragons we're actually going to be able to kill on this adventure today, but I will probably just show it as a montage and a count in the top that just tells you how many dragons I've killed so far. Our goal is 19. That should, in theory, open all of the end gateways, and we will be done with this task if we manage to get through 19 dragons today. All right, we're all dressed up and ready to fight the dragon, so let's jump into this. I'm going to listen to some murder podcasts, and we're going to see how many times I can die and how many times I can kill the dragon in today's snow day from work. This is what all responsible adults do with their snow days, isn't it? Let's hop to. There we go. Oh, we finally completed the next generation. I'm gonna put this in the ender chest. Here we go. I didn't know I could kill them. And she's back. Oh, I didn't bring ladders or building blocks. Oh, need ladders and building blocks. There we go. One down. There we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay. That should be the final dragon slain. Let's double check that all of the end gateways are actually open. You can see that we've opened up all of the end gateways on the end island, which means we are done with this. It actually did not take as long as I thought it might, but we did manage to get it complete. I would say if you're gonna do this, make sure you put your carved pumpkin helmet on, because that has kept me from dying to Enderman so much. Anyway, let's go clean up the mess that we've got over here. Hello, sir. Different time. Alright, let's head back to the overworld and get ourselves decked back out in our real gear. No, no, no! Oh my god. I'll make this. Okay. Almost died there. Went to get a nectarine and the whole world exploded. Anyway, that is going to be the conclusion of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun, and I'm so glad we actually managed to get all of the dragons slain in one day, so we don't have to worry about this in the future. See you next week. Bye!